Hi guys. My God, my hair is so frizzy. It's not really hot out today, or was not really hot out today. It's like 60 something degrees, but kind of gloomy, so it feels chilly. You know what I mean? Um, I have something to show you. Look who's here. Well, what would this? Where did you come from? My little dowsing rods. I'm so happy to see you. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am reading the energies, and that is all. That is all. Today I'm bringing out, I've used this deck before on the channel. I'm bringing it back out. I like this deck. Every time I look at it, I keep thinking to myself, you need to use that deck more often. This was a deck made by Lena Rodriguez, who has a channel, Lena Down Under, and she's amazing. She's such a great personality. You will love her. Check her out. You would love her, truly. And she's on Hogarth's channel. I think it's Wednesday nights when they do Hogaly or something like that. Hogaly, Lee being Lena. Sometimes Hogaly she, that would be Sheila. Anyway, he runs that thing like, okay, we've got an hour, let's roll. I mean, I don't know what he does in his own private life. I know he's also an astrologer as well, but he's got it down. He's from the UK, and he's just fantastic. Anyway, as is everybody who participates in his show. So the deck is called One World Tarot. And for under 30 something dollars, I don't remember. It was not that expensive. Comes with a book like this. Not a lot of pictures, right? No. So if you're the Playboy kind of guy, whatever, if you like to look at, naked pictures or whatever, please don't buy this deck. If you like to read tarot, I highly recommend it. You can get it on, where else? The Big A, and other places, I'm sure. Local stores may also have access to this. So I'm going to be using this, and tonight, what we're going to talk about is I want to figure out how to say this properly. We're going to talk about what the bleep is going on with the Middle East and Bibi Netanyahu, who belongs in a prison cell, and bread and water would be fine, or matzah, whatever the holiday. And I was born Jewish. I don't practice that faith anymore, but I know all of the, you don't lose that kind of stuff, Anyway, that's why I said matzah. Matzah is unleavened bread. It's just a cracker. We use it during Passover. Should you be someone who celebrates those holidays, you will know. Oh, in the middle, the magician and the tower. Ooh, that's no bueno. That's scary. That is very scary. So, we're going to read on, and until you guys start sending me like really good questions, and please post it on my the post tab rather than in your comments, because if I don't get to your comments for days, because I've had so many, I I I mean, I'm blessed beyond all blessings, but I've spent hours and hours going through every single one of them and replying back. If you took the time to send me something, you deserve to have a response from me. That makes sense? While it's true that I will be monetizing this channel at one point, I'm not eligible just yet, according to YouTube. However, that is not the purpose of why I started this channel. And if your only purpose in starting a channel like this is to make money, find a new motivation. Because that's not what this is about. Okay? And I do know someone who I don't know, like in a, like, not a panic. Very gifted. She's very gifted. But it's like, we need to get more people. We need to get, allow. Just let it go. It will come. I know it did for me. I don't know where she's at, and what she's up to, but I wish her well. Okay. So let's talk about some general energies of the Congress. Will they flat out reject that bill? Because they don't have a lot of red hats even that like it, but for different reasons. Besides the fact that it's heinous. But anyway, will the bill in Congress for, I guess it's a spending bill, and a lot of people high up in the moneyed groups, just, you know where I'm going. I'm vibing with you. You know where I'm going. They are getting a little tired of the criticisms that are coming his way. If you weren't a tool, well, if you weren't a tool, you wouldn't be you. If you weren't a tool, you wouldn't have been even elected. Of course, you weren't really elected because you actually have to have more votes and hence more electoral votes. And you couldn't possibly have won every swing state. It's not possible. I live in a swing state. Not possible. In Wayne County, Michigan, which includes the city of Detroit, one of our biggest blue hat, let's call it, areas. He won that? Really? I think they found that, you know what I mean when I say down ballot votes. So the down ballot voting was all, in certain cases, was all blue hat, but the top of the ticket was a red hat. Explain that to me like I'm a 2-year-old. It's not how people vote. It's 1 in a million. But most people, if they're voting for, like, a full party vote, and they check the red hat or the blue hat, they don't go down ballot. Because that mark for the red hat will be, like, negating the down ballot voting. How do I know that? Because I was part of the, and I'm embarrassed to say it now, but the Jill, what's her name? That freakazoid who tried to get us all to believe that um, she was for a legitimate recount. No, she wasn't. She was just a figurehead. She's a really good fan of Pootie. So let's put 5 cards down. Now, I am going to pick. I'm not looking at them. I'm just pulling from the middle. I need to lean on my leg. 3 cards over here. Bottom of the deck. Oh my God! This you couldn't write this any better. The Death card. Now the Death card does not always mean a literal death. It can mean an ending. It can mean an ending and a new beginning. This is the real one. I'm just saying. All right. So, again, we are reading on Congress. Will Congress, the House of Representatives, pass the bill that goes to the Senate? Okay, here we go. 9 of Wands. This is a few little things broken and stuff, but he got out of this restriction. He moved them out of the way. He's got a boot on one leg, like a cowboy boot. And I think that's a cowboy boot. It does not look like, like a boot that you would get from the doctor when you break something. But then again, it might. And a cast on the right arm. But this might be a medical boot. You know how they do when you have injuries. He got out of his sort of, being kind of captured almost. And now he's out. And he's looking, as you can see, his hands are in a, like that. He's looking to run, even though he probably can't. But 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is a card of generosity. You can see that this gentleman is giving her flowers in a cup. Whether she paid for them or not, I just don't know. But this is the 6 of Cups, and it's a card of generosity and charity and overall kindness. This is the 9 of Cups. Really satisfied with himself. Over 9 cups. He's sitting back and going, oh yeah, I have it made. No, you don't, silly. You think you have it made. And maybe in this card you do. But there's a next card. The Wheel of Fortune comes out. And the Wheel of Fortune is upright. It came out upright. And this is a card of karma. You can see all of these animals. The horse with paper. Is that something being released? The lion with a book. Are you reading a book that was put together about EPS or something? Maybe. Up here, you've got, it almost looks like she's an angel. And she's got another book Everybody's reading. Karma's coming. Here's your snake. But the snake cannot change the karma because she's holding it in upright. And this is a bird of some sort. It's red. And the bird is reading a book. Everybody's reading books. Documents. Karma for Felon 45 and excuse me, and his clan. This is the Two of Pentacles, balance. You see one foot is up and one foot is down, and this person is trying to stay balanced without, falling. Actually doing quite well, if you ask me. He's on the dock, and there's big waves coming, but he's balanced. All right. The seven of Pentacles. Sorry about that. That was my thumb. Seven of Pentacles. A lot of hard work. He's looking over all of the work he's done in this day, knowing that it's not enough yet, but he's working hard. He's essentially raking up all the pentacles and the leaves. The Knight of Wands. This is kind of like a celebration card, as I see it, with the knight on the horse. The knight is all decorated. The horse is all decorated. And the horse is ready to go. You see that sort of like him on his hind legs going, you know. Knight of Wands, a younger person on a horse ready to ride off. Please take note of the building behind this Knight of Wands. Yes, I know that doesn't look like it, but see this white building back here? Perhaps it's artistic license for the House of White. And of course, the Star. The card of illumination. The card of showing all the secrets. All of them. And the sunflowers. Makes sense, doesn't it? So the sun is very powerful in this particular deck. And this is illumination of the sun. No, nothing will be hidden anymore. No hiding anymore, because everybody's reading. Everybody's reading. And those were the extra 3, by the way. Those are my extra 3 cards. All right. I want to ask the pendulum, the dowsing rods. Spirit, are you here with me? Really? Someone said to me in a comment, I think the hugging thing is so silly, so let me do some more for you. This is Spirit. The controller is not me. The controller is God, Jesus, Buddha, Moses, not Moses Mike. I said Buddha already. Any person's faith-based representation for the highest source for them, that's who the creator is. except in truth. The Creator is the one force, the one source, as Sterling calls it. And that resonates with me because, okay, don't laugh. I know you're going to laugh, so okay, laugh, whatever. Remember the Star Wars movies? I love those. And Star Trek. I love them all, both. And the remake of the Star Trek ones with new Captain Kirk. Mm-mm. I'm old. I'm just not dead, right? Love that. Anyway, in the Star Trek movies, in the Star Wars movies, may the Force be with you. That comment. Who do you think the Force is? He's telling you. He's telling you. Who's the Force, Creator? Who's the one force, the one source? Is that you? Are you the one force, the one source? Yes. Yes, he is. She is. I have heard from someone once that the Creator is a feminine energy. I don't know that that's true. I don't really care, quite frankly. The feminine, the divine feminine, I know that the divine feminine is around us now as of the Aquarian moon or something like that. And I don't know how long we will be in this energy, but more than like a year. I have to look that up. I'm not an astrologer, so. And sometimes I just talk and a new topic comes up, and anyway, I could be wrong, but I believe that when someone says may the force be with you, that is, may the Creator be with you. The one force, the one source. Spirit, these cards that I pulled that are below you right now in a little pile, the pile has the sun right on top. Yes. Is this a good representation of what is going on or what will happen, let's say, in the House? Will the House of Representatives pass the budget bill? Will the House pass the budget bill? No. Will the House need to modify the budget bill? Yes. Will the House give up some of their tax cuts for the poor rather than giving it to their wealthy friends who don't need another dime for the rest of their human life? Right? So will Congress pass a more acceptable bill to the Senate? That was a no. Okay, Spirit. Okay. Spirit, if the bill from the House were to be rewritten in some way and then pass by one or more votes in the House, and it goes to the Senate, right? Will the Senate pass that bill? Okay. So what will they do? Will they take a smaller chunk of it just for the purposes of funding the government and fund the government with that? Will they have to do that? Yes. So what about all those cuts they want to make? Head Start, because hungry children are not my problem. You shouldn't have had the child, they say. But I don't want you to make that ultimate decision to terminate, because I don't think you should terminate because I don't think you should do anything that I don't want you to do, they say. First of all, I want to say something. To all of the white men out there in suits sitting in offices looking at their Sharper Image catalog and their 403B and 401k and all of that other stuff, newsflash, there's more of us than you. And the female population is the majority of United States citizens, the voting female population. Spirit's agreeing with me, right? Spirit. Yes. And for all of you women who are, thank you, Spirit. For all of you women out there who are against it, don't have one, okay? Don't have one. But don't tell me and other women what to do with our bodies. Are you going to be paying for this unwanted pregnancy? And I'm 3 weeks pregnant and it's like a clump of cell. Really? I'm sorry. You know, like Governor Walz used to say, or still says, mind your own damn business. You don't want to have one? Don't have one. You don't want to terminate a pregnancy? Don't do it. It's so simple. Right? Right. God, that makes me mad. Okay. Spirit, are we ever going to get the women's rights Roe v. Wade-esque kind of legislation back within the next 5 years? Yes. Will it come under another administration? Yes. Will this other administration coming in be wearing blue hats? Yes. Will the blue hats be holding power for more than 2 election cycles? Yes. I just don't know what to say to you guys. We go over this, and I'm never like bored. I just have to come up with new ways of wording these things. But I do want you to know that as a baby boomer, on the tail end, yeah, I had to say that, on the tail end of the baby boomers, it is my opinion and the opinion of the majority of women in the world, if you do not choose to terminate this unexpected pregnancy, I don't care how many children you have. If that is your choice, I respect it. But don't you dare tell me what to do with my body. And as long as that cellular development is going on in my body, it's mine. And it is for me to make that choice. Now, yeah, I know I'm not going to get pregnant, blah, 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 blah. But I have 3 nieces, great nieces, and this matters to me almost more than anything next to the Constitution. Okay? You don't want an abortion? Don't have one. I've solved your problem. You don't have the right to tell other people what to do. You don't have the right to tell me who to pray to, or who to love, or who not to love. Love is love. And it doesn't matter what color your skin is. We are all children of the Creator. When will we learn this? I wish you love. I wish you a happy Sunday evening. I hope that the week ahead is peaceful, and, I'm hoping for some good news soon. And we knew that there were going to be challenges. And I also wish you